All the trappings of colonial history qualify this location as a destination for tourists. This is, however, not the situation. We journeyed there and we'll tell you why. Nigerians who are job hunting, it's time to roll up your sleeves and get real because you're about to be great. You need to see what your peers are doing and it's time to follow the trend. Traditional fabulosity is embedded in one of our segments. Men who tie wrappers and are proud to display their flamboyant heritage at events will add color to thought-provoking issues like the growing rate of suicide and couples owning a joint account. It's already looking great, isn't it? Now, let's hear the news first with Vivian Ogwa Onyedibia. Of the Jos Market fire, which destroyed more than 200 shops. In a statement by the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu, the President says he is devastated by the scale of economic losses suffered by hard-working Nigerians who believe in self-reliance to support themselves. As trading and agriculture remains the means of livelihood of these hard-working citizens, President Buhari says every democratic leader would feel the pains of the victims of the fire disaster. He urged the local authorities concerned to take every necessary measures to forestall frequent fire incidents and the intervention of all tiers of government to alleviate the hardships. And the national campaign against fake news has been taken to the doorsteps of Nigerians in the diaspora. The message on the need to discountenance fake news formed part of the Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed's engagements in Washington, the United States, when he visited the Nigerian embassy. Anthony Fosun reports.
The minister who arrived at the Nigerian embassy in Washington was received by the Nigerian ambassador, Sylvanus Nsofo. After a brief closed-door interaction, the minister then addressed staff of the embassy. He intimated them on the dangers of fake news, saying, as Nigerians in the diaspora, social media has become their fastest means of getting information, but was quick to warn of the dangers inherent in it.
80% of what you read on social media is fake. You see, when you go by the social media, the impression you are giving is as if Nigeria is at war. The impression you get is as if Muslims are killing Christians. The impression you get is as if there's an ethnic war. There's nothing like that in Nigeria.
He appealed to them to take advantage of the FGNI app on their mobile devices to access authentic news from Nigeria.
For many people, they do not even appreciate what this government has achieved in fighting Boko Haram.
It was not only a home welcoming for the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, but a moment of pouring encomiums on his leadership style and resolve to make Nigeria great again if given the chance by various speakers who took turn to assure Nigerians that PDP and former Vice President Atiku Abubakar hold answers. That the PDP is now the party of choice. On his part, Atiku Abubakar said if given the mandate, he will end the security challenges and economic hardship Nigerians are faced with. In Eola, Ladibala, NTA News.
And the National Publicity Secretary of All Progressives Congress, APC, Malam Bolaji Abdullahi, has described the People's Democratic Party as being excited with the possibility of hiding its irredeemably bad image under the heap of a new coalition after 3 years in the wilderness. In a statement, Malam Abdullahi said if the PDP is not alleging wild conspiracies, it is threatening to boycott elections or announcing fake defections. But like the leopard, it cannot change its spots. He added that what President Muhammadu Buhari and Adams Oshomole, the national chairman of the APC, are doing, persuading aggrieved members not to leave the party, is what responsible and sensible party leaders would do. The statement challenged the PDP to face Nigerians on their own merit in 2019 and stop shopping around for supporters. And associates of President Muhammadu Buhari in Kano are seeking the support and understanding of Nigerians for the re-election bid of the president in the next year's general elections to enable him consolidate successes recorded by his administration and complete ongoing transformation programs that will make the country an economic hub in the African continent. Well, this was the submission of speakers at a meeting convened by close associates of President Buhari in Kano to drum support for his re-election. Mohammed Rabiu Ali has the details.
The gathering comprised associates of President Buhari for many years that are always willing to identify with number one citizen. Their convergence is a solidarity and show of support to President Buhari, who declared his intention to seek for re-election in next year's general elections. The convener of the meeting, Brigadier General Lawal Jafar Issa, said, as close associates of the president, they are in a better position to ask Nigerians to support his re-election bid.
The way that the government made this country initially and the way it is today, many things have improved in terms of our economy, in terms of our capacity to be able to do many things that will have enhanced the life of the ordinary Nigerian.
Speakers noted with satisfaction the achievement of the APC administration under President Muhammadu Buhari in agriculture, education, fighting corruption, degrading of Boko Haram, infrastructural development, revival of train services, and reconstruction of Kano-Abuja dual carriageway, among others. These, they said, are enough reasons for Nigerians to support the president with another 4-year mandate. From Kano, Muhammad Rabiu Ali, NTA News.
The Director General, Voice of Nigerian Chieftain of All Progressives Congress, Osita Okechukwu, has called on former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and all Nigerians to join President Muhammadu Buhari to fight insecurity instead of comparing death toll with those killed in Iraq and Afghanistan. Okechukwu reacted based on lamentations by former Vice President. The DG Von, who believes in the ideals of President Muhammadu Buhari, dismissed the statistics of former Vice President, saying they were unnecessary and inaccurate, adding that what is important is how to stop the killings, cooperation, prayers, information and assistance to the government. He thanked him for acknowledging the massive infrastructural development going on under the Buhari administration and on the public perception that Buhari is not doing enough to stop the large-scale killings. Okechukwu said President Muhammadu Buhari is quietly deploying all means necessary to stop the insecurity in the land, among which is deployment of mission-critical communication system by Motorola Solutions of Illinois, United States of America, an equipment which will put critical information at the fingertips of all the security agencies in Nigeria. He appealed to all Nigerians, especially politicians, to cooperate with Mr. President instead of making insecurity a campaign issue. And away from that, the President of the Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigerian, Koren, Kashim Abdul Ali, wants parents to take advantage of the facilities at the Edo State University in Iyamo, Edo State, to train their children rather than seeking education abroad. Victor Dioracha reports that the current president was at the institution on a fact-finding mission, and he said with the world-class facilities at the institution, Nigeria has indeed become a pace-setter in education standards.
Current president, in company of the registrar and some members of the Nigeria Society of Engineers, are in Edo University, Iyamo, to assess the facilities on ground and have first-hand information about the Edo State-owned world-class university. The active vice-chancellor of the institution, Professor Emmanuel Aluyo, took the members around some of the institution's facilities, including the engineering workshop, anatomy of the institution, hostel, the various laboratories, as well as the school's auditorium and other facilities. The current president, who disclosed that the school has been accredited to study all engineering courses, said the facilities are outstanding.
I'm very impressed. I've gone around university campuses, both locally and internationally. The engineering programs have met the basic requirements. They can compare with any facility you can see anywhere in the world. So I'm very encouraged, and I think it gives me hope that Nigeria can be where it should be very shortly.
To have the current president himself with the registrar visit Edo University is a thing of joy for me. He's quite impressed with the facilities that we have on ground.
The active Vice Chancellor was also a guest at the first Engineer Kashim Abdul Ali Distinguished Lecture Series in Auchi, held in honor of the current president. From Iyamo Uzare, Victor Odion Acha, NTA News.
With growing concerns over continuous depletion of forest resources and rich flora and fauna, the Nasarawa state government has launched an initiative aimed at encouraging people to embrace tree planting as a way of life towards guaranteeing environmental protection and improving economic development. From Lafia, Joshua Ojito reports that the initiative is in phases.
Felling of trees in parts of Nasarawa state is at alarming rate, as it is indiscriminate without corresponding efforts of replanting. Government says it's disturbing and is back on the drawing board to work with the people, realizing the importance of tree planting and sustainability on protection of environment and economic development. Already, 3 forests in Wamba, Obi and Toto local government areas of the state have been affected with ongoing efforts on afforestation. As part of effort also for urban renewal, 20,000 tree seedlings are to be planted.
This administration, since inception, has been embarking on initiatives and activities that sustains the environment. Only 5 months ago, Nasarawa State employed 1,000
news.
And away from that, the first batch of pilgrims have arrived Medina in Saudi Arabia for the 2018 Hajj exercise. Musa Abubakar reports that the pilgrims have been tasked to pray for the peace and unity of the country.
These are pilgrims from Kogi State, Nigeria, dismounted from Max airplane at Medina, 10 o'clock local time. Nigeria's ambassador to Saudi Arabia and NACON officials were at the airport to receive the pilgrims.
And the foremost is try to abide by the rules and the regulation of Saudi Arabia.
The over 450 pilgrims have joined their counterparts from Pakistan and India, amongst other countries that have arrived for the 2018 Hajj pilgrimage. More pilgrims are expected. From Medina in Saudi Arabia, I am Musa Abubakar, NTA News.
President Muhammadu Buhari has joined family, friends and professional colleagues in felicitating with renowned pharmacist and community leader Dahiru Suleiman Wali as he turns 83. In a statement by Senior Special Assistant to the President, Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu, the President commended the exceptional brilliance of the pharmacist who has maintained a rising influence in practice and is still committed to promoting healthy living. President Buhari believes in the legacy of Wali, which he hopes will become the hallmark of pharmaceutical practice in the country, and prays for longer life and strength to keep serving the nation and humanity. And in recognition of his continued contributions to the growth and development of Kwara State, the Senate President Bukola Saraki has been conferred with a traditional title of the Waziringari of Ilorin Emirate Council. The Emir of Ilorin, Alhaji Ibrahim Sulu Gambari, made the pronouncement in his palace during a special prayer in honor of the Senate President. Abdul Wahid Bibire has the details.
Making the pronouncement in his palace, the Emir of Ilorin, Alhaji Ibrahim Sulu Gambari, said the honor became necessary in view of the Senate President's outstanding contributions to the ancient city of Ilorin and the state as a whole. In his remarks, Senate President Dr. Bukola Saraki thanked the royal father for considering him worthy of the title, adding that it is a call for more service.
I've come here to thank them, and I'm living here with Rosie. I'm lost for words, but I can just say I give praise to Almighty God.
A special prayer led by the Imam Malay of Ilorin, Sheikh Abdullahi Abdul Hamid, had earlier been offered for the sustenance of Allah's guidance over the Senate